Hi, so this is a mini reading from the Harvest Moon Oracle. This is the small 30 card tarot size version of the Harvest Moon. There is also a larger size. Okay, so we've got Voodoo Zombie, Pumpkin Ghoul, Scarecrow Mask, and Dancing Mr. Skeleton. The whole row is all about moving through your fears, not being afraid to face your fears, and to not misunderstand that some people are friendly. They're not out to hurt you. Dancing Mr. Skeleton will represent a potential male, maybe love interest. So I'll go through the spread breakdown one by one. But overall, this is sort of suggesting that maybe any fears that you're holding about love, any fears that you're holding about a potential person or a potential love, is saying it's not needed for you to be afraid or scared. Don't let those fears get beyond you, that the person that you could be considering or looking at or spending time with is saying, actually, this person is quite good, they're quite friendly, but you might also want to take it really slow. Okay, so Voodoo Zombie is basically, I love this guy. He's really funny. He kind of cracks me up because he looks so terrified. He's running away. The bats are flying off into the sky behind him. The light is behind him, so he's racing towards the darkness. So he's racing, making actions and decisions based on his fears. And so he's paying attention to his fears rather than looking at really what's going on. So Voodoo Zombie is really just saying, don't pay attention to those stories that you tell yourself, which is so easy to do. Don't pay attention to your fears. Really just sort of slow down and take that moment and see, is it really real, or is it just a story that you're telling yourself and scaring yourself with? Pumpkin Ghoul, he's saying that when we don't face our fears, they kind of eat us up from the inside, which is pretty horrible. So when we keep secrets, when we hold on to our fears, when we deny them, when we shut them down, they have an effect like making us feel like we become more anxious and more afraid and more, nervous. And it just kind of, that energy feeds on itself. And so, he looks a little cheeky, that pumpkin guy. And so the key to this card is to open your heart, face your fears, and by doing so it loses its power. And by facing those fears, they don't have control, they don't have power over you. And that's the message of Pumpkin Ghoul. Scarecrow Mask, he's a friend in disguise. This person, maybe it's someone new, maybe you don't know them very well yet, maybe you're unsure of them. And uncertainty is a really good thing in friendships or relationships. Sometimes it's good to hold back and see, but this message is saying it's actually, this person is okay. They're a friend in disguise. Maybe you don't recognize a good friend when you see it. Maybe you don't recognize a nice potential love interest when you see it. So it's saying, this is actually someone nice. Don't scare them away. And Dancing Mr. Skeleton ties into that. It's sort of literally the bones of a new relationship. So there's a bit of a pun there. But the bones of the relationship are really early and new stages, and you just don't want to rush this connection. So with the Scarecrow Mask and Dancing Mr. Skeleton, those two cards actually work well together. So it's like, take it easy, take it slow, don't rush things. Let the person reveal themselves more to you if you need. If you already know the situation or the person, then again, continue to be more gentle and slow moving, because when we move slowly, we can read the signs and understand what's happening more clearly. Dancing Mr. Skeleton is about not rushing the male. So if this is a female watching this, it's about not rushing the male, not rushing things along too quickly, because it's still a really early stage. Again, it can be for either sex, either gender, this spread. But I guess I'm just interpreting based on how I created these spreads and cards. But overall, this is about facing your fears, Don't let them eat you up. It's not worth it. Just face them and acknowledge the things that you're feeling, frightened about, but really the fears don't have any hold on you, and just take things slowly. It's likely to become something a little bit more stable as you move forward with this person. So I hope you enjoyed this mini reading. Thank you so much.